Do you know I get a lot of criticism when I say that wokeness is dead? But the reason I say it is because I understand something that most Eastern Europeans get, and that is the fact that politics is money. You know, Americans really like to say that they want to get money out of politics, but in my opinion, they're one of the most honest nations on earth that generally do get how politics are made. And so every politician is actually interested in your liberty. Every single one. Some of them are interested in expanding your freedoms. Others are interested in making sure that you have less freedoms and restricting them. And so the question is like, how much are these politicians being paid? Usually the politicians that are restricting your freedoms in 2025, they're paid a lot. They're paid by lobby groups, they're paid by NGOs, they're paid by foreign interest groups. Like, they make a lot of money. Meanwhile, the politicians that are interested in keeping your freedoms, in 2025, they're not paid that much. If you look at a time like the Cold War, they were paid a lot. But now they're not paid almost at all, right? And so you can understand why the world is going in the direction it's going. Now, once you get that, you understand why I say that wokeness is dead, is because the culture has shifted to make wokeness unprofitable. Wokeness has become cringe. And the reason I'm saying this is due to the Bud Light protest, is due to the Target boycott. Many companies that are woke, like, they simply end up not having customers, right? So if money makes politics, you have to take a step back and understand, like, yeah, in 2025, if you go with your victim narrative and you're pushing your identity bullshit, no one is buying. And so companies aren't going to put it, banks are going to try to repackage it for a while and not call it woke. They will pivot to other things, like, don't get me wrong, right? Like, just because identity politics is dead doesn't mean that environmentalism has gone away. Like, they will find other things, okay? But definitely, like, the old version, the classic identity politics is the same, is just as dead as feminism. Like, when's the last time you heard the heteronormative patriarchy being said unironically in a mainstream media outlet? Or when's the last time you heard someone being labeled a misogynist? Okay? Like, these are things that don't exist because they're not profitable anymore. And they're cringe. So, people are going to move out to other things. Of course, like, you can't defeat the left, right? Like, America is a two-party system. It's always going to be that way. So, they're just going to pivot to something else. But we know the things that are considered to be unwise right now. And here you have Adam Wren. And Adam Wren, as you can see, is a senior national politics correspondent from Politico. Like, these are the clergy of the left, if you will. The right-wingers, like, they operate by family connections, by, local groups, communities. The left operates by institutions, the media. And so when you see someone from Politico, especially a senior national, coming out and saying this, it's usually due to the fact a senior national correspondent saying this, it's kind of like a cardinal coming out and saying what the Pope is talking about, right? Like, the left is going to definitely take this serious. And what he's saying is that these are some blacklisted terms. Now, blacklisted doesn't mean that if you say that you get cancel cultured. It basically means that if you're a Democrat, you must make sure that you don't use these terms because they're not popular. Like, get the guy who writes your speeches to avoid them, because if you say them, you actually lose support. You actually lose voters, all right? So basically expect that Democrats to genuinely use these terms a bit less in the future. So one of the terms, like, and as you can see, like, it's something that's not being used almost at all, is privilege. Like, when's the last time you heard the word privilege being used? Unironically. Maybe on Twitter every now and then, but, like, even if you go on Blue Sky, you notice people don't use the word privilege because it's cringe as fuck. You notice people don't use the word privilege because it's cringe as fuck. Violence in the connotation of environmental violence, like, this is something that was dead on arrival, in my opinion. Like, it was so unbelievably cringe that any person knew, okay, like, the mental illness patients are running the asylum. No one actually took this seriously, even when it was released initially. Triggering microaggression, holding space, body shaming, subverting norms, systems of oppression. Notice how like many of these words are just like simply gone. Like, did you notice that? Like, there wasn't, a big bang when like, it was decided that the media stops using these words. It's just like, at one point, they just disappeared. Like, they weren't there one day, and the next day, you just stop hearing them, right? Overtone window. Existential threat to the climate, democracy, economy. Radical transparency. Stakeholders. Now, this one is very interesting. Stakeholders. I think it's one that's still being used in Europe. I still see it today. But yeah, like when you hear it, doesn't it cause like that huge level of cringe? Like you immediately just stop listening to everything else that's being said. Like you just tune out of the argument. It's like, okay, so this person making the claim is that type of person. The Unhoused. I've never heard about this one. The Unhoused. Like, did you guys hear it? The Unhoused? Holy shit. Food insecurity. Housing insecurity. Person who immigrated. Jesus. Birthing person. Oh my god, no, please don't retreat this one. Like let it circulate a little bit more. Like, this one is my favorite. Birthing person. I love calling my wife this, you know? She likes it as well. It turns her on. It's like, you're a birthing person. It's like, cisgender, dead naming, heteronormative, patriarchy, LGBTQIA+, BIPOC. No, don't take the BIPOC away from me. No, please. Please, I love my BIPOC. Like, how can I live without my BIPOC? Like, this was the best word in the English language. Allyship. Holy shit. Incarcerated people, involuntary confinement. Yeah, so pretty much like all the cringe words are being taken away from us. Fascinating, isn't it, right? So here you have like Data Republican, small r, basically saying, I know you're only the messenger, but this blacklist is revealing in ways that cut deeper than the leak itself. This memo proves that the whole DEI push was what we all experienced in the last decade or two. And it was never about uplifting marginalized voices. It was about using minorities as political shock troops, a textbook revolutionary tactic. Recruit from the margins, weaponize their grievances, then discard them the moment they're inconvenient. Words like patriarchy, dead naming, LGBTQIA, that's exactly what's happening in this memo, right? Like, they're not politically useful anymore, so you're throwing them into the trash. People wonder why I'm a traitor, why I'm a Republican. Long ago, I saw the contradiction. Endless lip service, zero follow-through. The Democratic Party has never been this way as long as I've lived. Power first, principles never. And please answer to me, why, with its deep overlap with pro-democracy NGO crowd, the first place this blacklist landed? Is playbook just stenography for the party or something closer to a front for the intelligence community? Well, it's kind of more like in 2025, right? There's a new way of doing politics. It's due to the technology, like due to the systems that we have now. The government isn't doing politics the old way. And the old way was to try and recruit some person that actually has principles, that actually believes in what they say. Now it's all about manipulating the masses, right? Like manipulating opinions. Making sure that the masses believe what needs to be believed for the next elections. And so when you say like principles never, it's like that's real politic. Okay? Like that's how politics are being made. Because like if you have principles, you can't adjust your ship. You can't adjust course. Meanwhile, if you're willing to do whatever is needed in order to win, well, it turns out that you actually win if you have the power of social media, big corporation, and censorship on your side. And the goal of a politician is not to be principled. The goal of a politician is to win the next elections. Like, I'm sorry if I'm saying the way it is. I'm not making the rules, okay? I'm just looking at how the world is. I'm looking at the winners and the losers. It's pretty much like you see environmentalism doing natural selection to the people that are most fit. And so once you understand this, well, you understand how the game is played. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that issue politics trump identity politics, and it also trumps ideologies, right? Like the issue politics, like what is your pressing issue right now? Immigration. Okay, well, if you know that the left would, for some miracle, like actually want to fix it, then you vote left. If you know that the right wants to fix it, then you vote right. That's literally the only way to do it. It doesn't matter about anything else, right? Like, what is your most pressing issue? And who wants to carry the torch for you? That's it. My issue is censorship, right? So, like, anyone that is fighting against censorship and wants to make my world a little bit freer than it was yesterday, they got my vote. They got my purchasing power. They got my voice. If you're for censorship, I don't care who you are. It's like, why are you censoring, right? And that's issue politics. That's the way I think like our children are actually going to view politics. Less ideological, more issue based, right? Like, what is your pressing concern? Let me know what you guys think, though. And there's a video right now, like on the screen, in the middle. If you click on it, you'll get to hear another one of my hot takes. So I'll see you there. Take care.